I'm Anil Kumar. Here is an interesting example, a word problem from linear systems. The question is, Anil just completed a 500-kilometer hike in Quebec that took him 61 hours. He traveled by dog sled at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour, and when the dogs ran away, he traveled by foot at a speed of 4 kilometers per hour. How much time did Anil spend walking? So in this example, we have distance-time relationship, right? So first let me remind you what the relationship is. So it is distance is speed into time, right? So we know distance is equals to speed into time. Now I prefer to make a kind of table to solve such questions. So we'll have three different columns, one for distance, one for speed, and then one for time. Okay, and there are two conditions. Two conditions in this particular case are traveling by dog sled and walking, right? So that is how it is related. So let me write down distance. The distance here is in kilometers. Speed is in kilometers per hour. And time is in hours, right? So case one is dog sled. Okay. And the other one is walking. Okay. Now what are we given? Anil just completed 500-kilometer hike in Quebec that took him 61 hours. So we are given total distance. So let's say total. So total distance here is 500 kilometers, and time is 61 hours. This is what is given to us. He traveled by dog sled at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour. So this is given to us, speed of 20 kilometers per hour. When the dogs ran away, he traveled by foot at a speed of 4 kilometers. So that is also given to us. How much time did Anil spend walking? So we need to find this time walking. Let me call this as W. Okay, this is what we need to find. Okay, now let's try to solve this. So we need to fill up all these things to solve the question. So let us say, so let's define the variables first. So we say let time, let W be walking time as given here, and let's say D be time for dog sleds, right? So the D for dog sled. So we'll call this as D. And from here you can get an equation. D plus W is 61, correct? So let me divide this page and then we'll work further. D plus W equals to 61. So you get it from here. Correct. Now distance, as you know, is product of speed into time. So this distance is 20 times D. So let me write this as 20D here. Okay, 20D. And this distance is 4 times W. 4W. And when you add them up, you get 500. So we get 20 times D plus 4 times W equals to 500. So that gives us two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. We have two variables we need to solve for W. Since we have to solve for W, let me write down D in terms of W, right? So that could be better. We could simplify this equation a bit by dividing by 4. So let me do that also. So if I divide by 4, since all are multiples of 4, I'll get 5D plus W equals to, dividing by 4, 4 times 1, 4, 10 to 125, correct? Let me call this as my equation number 3. So we have now two equations. Now, we need to find what W is. We can do elimination or we can do substitution, either of those two methods. So since we need to find W, it's better to write D in terms of W. So from equation 1, we can say D is equals to 61 minus W. I'll call this equation 4, right? So we'll sub 4 in 3. So D is 61 minus W, right? So we'll write 5 times 61 minus W plus W equals to 125 multiplied by 5. So that's 5. 6 times 5 is 30 minus 5W plus W equals to 125. Bringing 125 to the left, we have 305 minus 125 equals to, that is minus 4W, taken to the right will give you 4W, right? So we can use calculator and then write down the answer. So we have 305, take away 125 gives you 180. So it is 180 equals to 4W, or W equals to 180 divided by 4, correct? So we have 180 divided by 4 equals to 45, right? So time taken while walking is 45. The units are in hours. Therefore, the answer is 45 hours walking. So that is how you could actually solve such questions. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.